Welcome, race fans, to virtual Talladega Super Speedway. It is round 11 of 11 of the Speed Race Network ThermoPro series. Yes, this will be the season finale. Just it was inevitable with the turnout and the way it's been. We're gonna curtains after tonight, but we'll have one last good one tonight at a 30-lapper here at Talladega Super Speedway. It's gonna be a fun one. Had 6 people show out to close things out tonight. There's your starting grid: Jackson Wade, James Jackson. This is James Jackson Wade Racing duo on the front row. Techmeyer and Beyer, flip them. It's Beyer third, Techmeyer fourth. At a JB Motorsport, Jonathan Beyer Racing. James Kerr fifth, and Adrian starting sixth there. At a tank. 6 drivers showing up for tonight, but it's gonna be a fun one. Talladega, of course, a very, very fun racetrack. 33 degrees of banking out in turns 1 and 2, 32.5 here in 3 and 4. Very minimal difference, but you do feel it as the car transitions from the straightaway into the corner. These cars get carried a little differently. Here in the tri-oval, we're looking at a treacherous 18 degrees of banking, and we're getting ready to get to it here. It is James Jackson Wade Racing on the front row. James Jackson, Jackson Wade, James Jackson, Jonathan Beyer, Troy Techmeyer, James Kerr, Adrian Schumacher. As the field approaches the restart zone, green flag in the air. One lap removed here from the initial start of tonight's race. It's a 70 on the board. We're going to 30. And so right there, the stage will be then on lap 10. So here we go. It's Schumacher up on the outside leading this thing in that 95 machine. He's got Beyer in tow, and there's Kerr on the outside. 2 lanes working here. It's Techmeyer leading the bottom side. Beyer drops down. Schumacher gets hung out to dry. Double wide here for the race lead. Jonathan Beyer goes to that race lead and continues on. Now Techmeyer tried to shove it up high. He jumps in front of Schumacher, and so Techmeyer to the top side. Techmeyer trying to lead Schumacher through. Techmeyer drops down. Now Schumacher has to lead that outside lane. He's got Kerr in tow. Jackson Wade on the high side. Not linked up with teammate James Jackson on the inside. The shove on the outside, though. Kerr will give it to the 95 into turn 3. Techmeyer down low reclaims the race lead. Oh, Schumacher gets turned into Beyer. The caution comes out, and already a push gone wrong. We'll go back and take a replay and see what happened. As this happened off of turn number 4. You'll see just a bad push there from James Kerr into the back of the 95. Schumacher goes through a spin down pit lane, and Beyer loses the rear end. We'll go on board with Schumacher. Just a spin for the 95. We'll go on board with Bayer. Catch a little late there, but just hooked into left rear. There's gonna be left front damage to James Kerr's machine. Rear end damage to the 13 and just worn out tires then for the 95. First caution of the day. Pit lane is open. Everyone's in except Techmeyer and Wade. And so service being done on these vehicles. Everyone getting damage repairs. We're gonna take a step aside and hear a quick message from our partners here at Speed Racing Network. Don't go anywhere.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome, race fans, back to virtual Talladega Super Speedway. We're working lap 6 of 30. It is Troy Techmeyer, Jackson Wade, James Jackson, James Kerr, Jonathan Bayer, Adrian Schumacher, the field. It's as they work their way off of turn number 4. iRacing.com safety vehicle making that sharp left-hand turn into the safety pit lane. The 6-car field will approach the restart zone. Stage 1 concluding at the end of lap number 10. And so, one to restart, 4 laps to go. In stage number 1, let's get to it. One lap removed from the restart, working lap 8 of 10 in stage 1. There's a 5-car battle here. Out in front, Schumacher laying a little bit off the pack here. It's James Kerr as the race leader. Beyer second, Techmeyer third, Wade, Jackson, Schumacher. Down the back straightaway they go. Techmeyer stuck in the middle. James Jackson, Wade racing up on the high side. Trying to get something done. Not able to gain any momentum. Schumacher could be the key factor here, but right now it's 2, 1, and 2. Bottom, middle, top. Now a little bit of run now to the outside. Wade making some hay. Schumacher closes that gap around the outside. Jackson, Wade. I don't know if he got there at the stripe, but 2 laps to go in stage 1. Wade on the high side. Down low is Kerr. In the middle then is Techmeyer. Schumacher now joins the fray. 1.5 laps to go in stage 1. 3 abreast, 2 rows deep. Here in front of the field, it's Techmeyer to shove to the front. Schumacher trying to force his way through. Schumacher trying to clear up as Techmeyer takes the lead. Schumacher down low, James Jackson up high in that battle for 4th. 1 lap to go in stage 1. It's Troy Techmeyer. Pushed by James Kerr. These two keep ripping and roaring around here. Is anyone going to jump out? Is anyone going to generate the run big enough to get this stage victory? Techmeyer from Kerr, Beyer, Schumacher, Wade, and Jackson. A look to the outside. Kerr does. Files back in line. Beyer with the run. Now pushed by Schumacher. Wade and Jackson behind. Who's going to get back to the line first? The drag race to the line. Techmeyer up high. Kerr down low. Kerr with the nose ahead. Where does Beyer go? Through the middle. Wade, James, Kerr wins stage 1. So we continue on. Jackson, Wade up on the high side, pushed by James Jackson. To the inside now, Kerr takes that lead. He's got pushed by Beyer here. And he's 6 under a blanket. Big run here for Wade. Need to run up on the high side there. James Jackson falling in line. Techmeyer up high, Schumacher down low. We're going down to lap number 30. Double wide here through the tri-oval. Wade, the push up high. Wade with the nose ahead. Jackson, Wade leads then on lap 13. Now Kerr in a little bit of trouble now. Fighting back, having to fight against the top side by himself. Bayer, Schumacher, they've dropped off a little bit. Got on board with Schumacher. That is how they are working their way around the Talladega Super Speedway. Kerr leading this time, coming out of turn number 4 to be the halfway point. And they all file in line. James Kerr lead across the stripe. 15 laps to go here from Talladega. Passes lap then to the 69 at Jackson. Wade, little discombobulated down the inside. Schumacher trying to make something happen. Has to join the James Jackson Wade duo up on the high side. Big run here from the 69-29 duo. They surge up on the outside. Schumacher still laying back. It's the JBR trio on the inside. Bayer down low. 3 wide now. Techmeyer shoots the middle. Is Jackson Wade, followed by teammate James Jackson. They power through. They take the lead. Here at Talladega, James Kerr still holds station in third. The battle for fourth is alive and well. Bayer and Techmeyer trying to stay ahead of Schumacher. Side by side to the stripe. James Jackson leads lap 17. Now a big run on the outside as Kerr and Bayer jump up. Now Schumacher down low, and they have switched spots. The JBR trio up high. The James Jackson Wade racing duo and Schumacher down low. Schumacher jumps up. Bayer trying to stay glued behind the inside of Wade and Jackson getting together as James Jackson leads here at Talladega. Everyone files back in line behind, this time by 12 laps to go from Talladega. Now Kerr, big run on Wade. Here we go for second. Kerr brings Bayer whiff. Techmeyer jumps up. To the stripe, it's James Jackson over Kerr. And the caution comes out. For the second time today, Jackson Wade is the race leader. So we will regroup it and do it again. This time that'll be 10 laps to go. And so, I think we're setting up for a little shootout here to the finish. So second caution period of the day. James Jackson leads Jackson Wade, Troy Techmeyer, James Kerr, Adrian Schumacher, Jonathan Bayer. Pit lane to be opened this time. And everyone's coming. Down the way is Kerr gets the lead over Jackson Wade. James Jackson third. Techmeyer. Bayer probably still getting some damage repaired. And Schumacher has called it. Dave Air. So Adrian Schumacher will let it go then. We're going to step aside, take a quick break here. Don't go anywhere. The conclusion from Talladega on the other side. Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Talladega Superspeedway. The run to the checkers. Here we go. The iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety down the pit lane. The field in the hands of James Kerr, Jackson Wade, Troy Techmeyer, James Jackson, Jonathan Byer. The field getting ready to resume racing action. Green flag back in the air. 8 laps to go from the restart. Three wide across the stripe, 7 laps to go here at Talladega. 3 wide. Jackson Wade in the middle, it's Kerr down low. Techmeyer leads the high side. 3 abreast here at Talladega as Kerr tries to fight it on the inside. Wade clears through of the inside, and it's double wide now on the top side of the racetrack. Wade and Techmeyer for the race lead. Down low goes Wade and Jackson, 3 abreast with the JBR trio. A run to the outside as Kerr goes for it. A push from Byer. Across the stripe, 6 to go here from Talladega. Wade and James Jackson trying to make something happen on the inside. Kerr, Byer on the outside. Techmeyer just riding behind. This time by will be 5 laps to go. The JBR trio links up. It's JBR and James Jackson Wade racing. Dueling it out here in the final stages of Talladega. A run to the outside now as James Kerr takes the head of steam out in front. And James Kerr to the point. Byer trying to clear down. Techmeyer not clear yet. 5 laps to go from Talladega. Oh, near contact between Wade and Techmeyer. Jackson trying to give all he's got, but right now it's 3v2 with 3 cars linked up on the outside. Byer jumps up and disconnects the top side. A surge on the inside. As James Jackson goes back to the point. This time by 4 laps to go here from Talladega. Techmeyer to the outside. He's making his push. Techmeyer looking to get it done. Techmeyer, big shove as Kerr tries to stay glued. Techmeyer trying to drop low. Can he commit? He does. He commits down to the bottom side. Now a big run for Kerr on the outside. Bayer drops down to the middle. 3 laps to settle it here from Dega. Bayer files into 4th. Kerr's going to have to sit there in 5th. This time that'll be 2 laps to go. Everyone knows the tail single file. It's Techmeyer from Wade, James Jackson, Bayer, and Curve at top 5, the only 5. As they work their way around the bend, the tri-oval, oh so treacherous. Off a turn 4, 2 laps to go, 3 wide for 3rd. Nothing there yet. Now Wade trying to make something happen. Maybe no. No, so tail as Techmeyer holds station out in front. It's the final lap here from Talladega. Who's going to get back to the line first? Techmeyer down low. Bayer looking to make the push on the outside. Bayer boxes in. James Jackson now. Wade, how does he play it? Shoving Techmeyer out in front, trying to make it a 2-horse race. No Soteo down the back. Jackson backs off. Trying to get a run. Trying to back up to his teammate. Trying to get the push. Out of turn 4, Wade jumps up. Techmeyer with the block up the track. Kerr up towards the outside wall. It's going to be a run through the tri-oval, 3 wide. Watch out for James Jackson down the inside. And across the stripe, Jackson Wade will win at Talladega. And what a run there for James Jackson in his first career Speed Racing Network victory. James Jackson is tonight's driver sitting in ThermoPro Series victory lane. And that'll leave a mess there in the front straightaway for James Jackson. There it is. James Jackson, tonight's race winner here from Talladega. And we'll get the reaction from a first-time race winner here at Speed Racing Network, James Jackson, getting it done tonight here from Talladega. How about it?
Well, my name is Wade, but
Oh, my apologies. Oh,
no, it's okay.
Jackson
It's okay.
Wade
It's okay.
off of James Jackson Wade Racing. Okay.
No, it's awesome. I mean, it was really fun. Like 6 people. We weren't expecting much from it, but out of practice, it was super fun, and just being able to go back and forth and not worried about crashing into each other. It was just a dogfight the whole entire time. So I mean, it was awesome. I'm super proud of everybody who showed up tonight because they, didn't just give up after that first wreck when a couple people got involved. But we're still, I feel like, able to put on a good show, and yeah, feels good to get a win finally.
Well, it was a fun one, and I think it's becoming no secret it's going to be curtains after tonight. So, how would you, as you cap it off with a victory, how would you kind of sum up the way your season has been, the way you ran this season?
Well, yeah, it's unfortunate that it's going to be curtains after this race, but the season overall, I came into it just wanting to have fun. Wasn't really going to compete, and then I started doing pretty well, so I took it a little bit more seriously. But just to be able to get the win under my belt and actually know that I was able to do it, it's definitely something that I will be proud of.
No matter the car count, it's still there in the stat sheet. Jackson Wade, you are a Speed Racing Network winner, and that's still going to be one you can carry for a while. No matter the track, no matter who showed up, it's still there. It's still in the win column, and it's yours, Jackson. Congratulations on the victory tonight, man. And yeah, best luck to you in your future endeavors, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
And that was, of course, race winner, driver of the number 69, Jackson Wade. James Jackson Wade Racing. And yeah, do we have any motion from these drivers to come up? I'll give James Jackson the shout. We haven't talked to him most this season, so we'll want to just hear from James as you kind of wrap up this season with a nice second place finish, a 1-2 for the team. James, how about it?
Yeah, the goal, especially when you see the small number of drivers in the field tonight, was one of us winning. One of us getting that first win. Would have loved to have gone with him completely, but James Kerr shut that down, so I was able to just push him ahead of him and hope for the best. So really excited to get the 1-2. That's awesome. End the season on a high note.
Absolutely. And with that being said, you are ending it on a high note. As you mentioned, you can kind of bulk now the 11 race product, if you will, as one. How would you grade yourself this season, and how would you say you progressed?
It was it's hard because you feel a little down when you don't get a top 10 until I don't know what race it was. But like all in all, my worst finish of the year is 14th. I definitely feel like we left some on the table at Bristol. Richmond, if cautions would have gone a little different, both of those races. Definitely thought we could have won Daytona, either me or Jackson. So to get it done here at Dega, for one of us at least, it's a good way to end the season.
Absolutely, James. Well, congratulations on the team 1-2, the second place finish for yourself. Best luck to you and the team in whatever is next for you guys, or if you guys dabble down to trucks, or if you decide to come back next season, what have you. Congratulations and best luck to you then, man.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. That was our second place finisher tonight, driver of the number 29 out of James Jackson Wade Racing, and James Jackson. And we go ahead and we'll bring on up the boss man and JB. And I mean, obviously, I know, it wasn't pretty or anything, but you got yourself a podium. You'll end off on a high note here, JB. And, what can you say to kind of put all of this in perspective for us?
Yeah, thanks for dragging me in here. I was in mid conversation with our good buddy James Kerr, so I was like, "Oh, I'm getting drug up in the booth. Oh boy, here we go. What did I do this time?" No, I mean, unfortunately, we do have to cut this season short. It just didn't work out the way we envisioned, and that does fall on me and the leadership team at SRN. We swung and missed on this series this season, but that's okay. It's going to happen. But we've been actively reaching out to a lot of our drivers, a lot of our team owners for how we can improve, what we can do better, and we've gotten a lot of good feedback already. So we're already starting to institute a little bit of those changes as far as what the game plan looks like. We're still going to leave it a couple more weeks for everybody to get their feedback in. We're even going to open it up to drivers who didn't race with us this season to kind of get paint a picture of what they would like to see as well. Because the landscape of iRacing and sim racing has changed. What people like to run has changed, right? At one point in time, nobody wanted to touch the next gen cars. Now they're somewhat popular. There was a point in time where these cars were everybody's best friend, and that has kind of come and gone as well. So we do have to adapt with the times to stay relevant and stay the iRacing league powerhouse we want. So that's what we're going to try to do. We have some cool announcements coming out, though, even though this isn't a cool one that we had to make tonight. We have a short track series that's firing up. It's going to be a 6-race season, 2 tour mod races, 2 super late model races, 2 late model stock races at really cool racetracks. We have not tapped into the short track racing world in SRN before, so it's going to be something a little bit new to us. We're still working out time slot and night of the week for that. But once we have it figured out, we'll be sure to get that out to everybody. It'll be a flat entry fee for the season. It'll pay 1 in 6 on entries for the races. And then a championship trophy will be issued as well. So I'm looking forward to that one. I always wanted to do a little bit of short track racing myself. Never had a reason to, but now I do. So I'm looking forward to it. But then anybody else that's around that's kind of interested in joining Speed Racing Network, obviously this series is shutting down. However, these sessions will stay open on Wednesday nights for fun races. So if you're interested in joining and just kind of want to race with some of the guys and meet some of us, we will extend that invite out as well. But there's still spots in our truck series that is going to run for about, I think, 8 more weeks. And then Speed Racing Network Season 7 is kind of planned for the first weekend of September. So got tons of planning, tons of work on my end to go, still to go. The season might end, but it doesn't for us. So we're going to go back to the toolbox and see what we can do.
Absolutely, JB. We'll give it a go. We're not done with it by any means. It's just a little reset here needed.
That's right. And I'd like to thank our partners too that have come on this year. ThermoPro, they debuted with us this year, and they were the series title sponsor. They'll be back with us for sure in some capacity. Admin Box, Glitch, all those guys that make it possible. Any bit we have help is good. This is quite an operation we run here, and we can't do it without the support that they give us through their utilities or monetarily. So we appreciate them, and we hope to give them a little bit better show here shortly.
Absolutely. Well, JB, appreciate it all, and well, congratulations to you yourself on that 3rd place finish tonight, man.
Thank you, appreciate it.
That was our boss man, president, 3rd place finisher tonight, driver of number 13, team owner, driver, Jonathan Byer, kind of alluding to the update that will pretty much do it for our Wednesday night tonight. But that does not mean the action has stopped. As you heard JB mention, we are still alive and well on Tuesday nights. 34 entrants last night, and still spots if you wish to join our Tuesday night Glitch Truck Series, which is very much alive and well and ripping and roaring towards those playoffs. From there, we have, of course, that short track series that JB so much mentioned on the way still, and should be a lot of fun. coming up here. It'll be a nice little experiment and a way to kind of get away from the, you know, super stressful rigidity of the short track series. I'm sorry, of the stock car series. But nonetheless, let's go through our race results tonight and how everyone came to the checkers. Well, actually, the way to do this is gonna have to be the current race rundown, where it was Jackson Wade with the win, James Jackson second, Jonathan Byer third, Troy Techmeyer, James Kerr. Actually, that is how they came to the checkers. Adrian Schumacher, he'll step out of here 11 laps short. And yeah, it's something. But for Wednesday nights, that'll do it for us. Of course, a huge shout out to all of our partners here at Speed Racing Network, Admin Box, Glitch, and of course the series namesake ThermoPro. Huge shout out to ThermoPro. Make sure you use code ThermoProTeam for 15% off of your ThermoPro purchases. On our YouTube channel, guys, we greatly appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe and help us strive to reach our goals here at Speed Racing Network. We're not done by any means. Just gonna do a reset and come back even stronger. Check out all of our social media pages for updates and news regarding Speed Racing Network, and to keep tabs on what's coming up for the Glitch Truck Series. Of course, SpeedRacingNetwork.com is the place to find it all. We have our Facebook at Speed Racing Network, our X page at Speed Racing Net, our Twitch at twitch.tv/SpeedRacingNet, our LinkedIn at linkedin.com/company/Speed Racing Network, the YouTube channel, of course, youtube.com/Speed Racing Network. Like I said, anything you need to know when it comes to how to join, or points, or news, or schedules is all waiting for you at SpeedRacingNetwork.com. Our Instagram also at Speed Racing Network. But that'll do it for us here from Talladega. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining us for tonight's action. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. For all at Speed Racing Network and the Speed Racing Network ThermoPro series, I am Emerson Arden. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next week, Tuesday night, for Glitch Truck Series action from The Rock.
Howdy.